And if I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you twice. Salute on my real ones. Yeah, look, bro, we got judge has change of heart after handing down 60-year sentence. That's crazy. Let's see what made him change his mind. Before we do that, though, like button, subscribe button, notification bell, press those. Let's go.
An investigation of a so-called youthful offender facing a controversial 60-year prison term for violating his probation. But as Bob Norman reports today, the judge who handed out the harsh sentence had a dramatic change of heart.
I just ask you to please forgive me, y'all.
Another chance. That's what 23-year-old Herbert Smith wanted today from Judge Matthew Destry to reconsider his 60-year prison sentence for violating probation. 47.
Wait, for violating probation? Nah, hold up. I'm thinking like this dude did some wild stuff, and that's like, you know, he's got sentenced for murder or kidnapping or whatever. But for violating probation, of course you had to change your heart. You knew you was wilding. Like, that title doesn't really explain what's going on here. Judge was wilding off rip. 60 years for violating probation.
7 more years than even the prosecutor had asked for, prompting a petition that gathered 20,000 supporters for Smith.
He's a burglar. He's a robber. There's tremendous amounts of evidence supporting it.
The prosecutor pointed out that Destry had given Smith a break 3 years ago when he sentenced him to just 2 years in prison as a youthful offender on convictions of home burglaries and a strong-arm robbery. But after serving his time, Smith failed to comply with nearly all the terms of his probation, culminating in the October suspended driving arrest in a car with a convicted felon, a box of bullets, and suspected stolen goods.
I'm here to say that.
See, there's more context. 60 years still a lot, bro. That's a whole lot of time, man.
60 years just does not seem fair and reasonable.
Right.
Pastor Alan Jackson, who has never met Smith, protested the sentence and promised that if the judge gave him that chance, his church would mentor him.
I have been trying to save you, Herbert Smith, for the past 3 years. Clearly, you're...
Nah, hold up. I've been trying to save you, Herbert Smith. There's a lot of people that I know that, you know what I'm saying, been in and out of jail, came out of prison or whatever. And they'll tell you themselves, like, prison doesn't make you better. Prison doesn't make you, like, there's some dudes that they'll convert into Islam or, you know what I'm saying, or become religious and find God or whatever. But in general, like, most people that become career criminals, it only hardens them more to go to prison. It doesn't, like, it's not, they're supposed to be rehabilitation centers. If you remember what Morgan Freeman said in Shawshank, he was like, no, there's a reason why Brooks, the old guy, didn't want to leave the prison. He's like, because you become institutionalized. You start to rely on those walls. And I've had, you know what I'm saying, people that have really been there in real life, you know what I'm saying, verify and vouch for those words that was written in a goddamn movie. There's a lot of people that they go to prison and they just become hardened. And the court system is broken, but the prison system is shattered. And one of the things that the prison system doesn't do, it doesn't rehabilitate. It doesn't make you say, yo, I want to become a better person, da-da-da. Because you think about the things that you got to deal with when you get there. Automatically, your life's on the line. You got to watch out for who's coming for you, who's scheming, who's plotting, who's going to say what to you. You know what I'm saying? There's all these unwritten rules, and you got to live by a certain code. So by the time you get out, especially if you did an extended sentence, like that life that you just came out of is instilled in you. So I'm saying all of that to say, if you wanted to save this kid, a mentorship program, something like that is what's going to help people. Sending them to prison isn't, especially when prisons don't really care about, you know what I'm saying, the outcome of people. They want people to be there because that's how they stay in business.
You were still out there leading the thug life.
Then he mentioned the pastor.
Good people. They want to find you a job, Herbert Smith. They want to keep you out of trouble and away from bad influences.
Then Destry dropped the bombshell.
I have decided to suspend your sentence of 60 years.
Destry gave Smith that chance, along with 15 more years probation.
Mr. Smith?
15 years of probation, bro. Come on, man. Like, so, all right, cool. So he will, and this is the part where they make it seem like, oh, the judge had to change your heart, right? And this reminds me of the Meek case. My son did the burglary or whatever. Y'all found him guilty. Gave him 2 years. He served his 2 years. Came out, was on probation. Mind you, didn't comply with the probation, whatever. You lock him up. You like, yo, I'm gonna give you 60 years. You're like, yo, you know what? I gotta change your heart. Nah, I'm gonna suspend the 60 years. But you still get 15 years of probation. 15 years of probation, bro. Like, in that amount of time, like, nobody's perfect. There's gonna be slip ups or mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to be on your P's and Q's for 15 years. Like, that's crazy. So I'm saying all of that to say, they making it seem like this judge is being kind-hearted or whatever. But come on, man. Come on.
You have become a symbol
what it is.
of a young man at a crossroads. Which path will you choose?
You might say that Herbert Smith got the best Christmas gift he could ever imagine.
15 years of probation
Today, but Judge Destry was very clear. If he goes off that path, he's going back to prison for 60 years.
Nah, man, nah. Well, listen, bro. You know, thinking about what the outcomes could have been, 60 years or 15 years of probation, I guess. But I just feel like, who's handing out that type of monitor supervision? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. But you know, he has his opportunity, so you just hope that homie chooses to do the things that make him happy, and he's able to you know, stay out of trouble and live the life that he wants to lead. But it's all up to him. I'm not here to judge, but I'm definitely judging that judge. Let me know if y'all disagree with me though. Like, y'all don't think 15 years of probation is wild? Like, 60 years for probation violation is wild. You take that off and then you're like, yo, let me sneak in this 15 years. Because it doesn't sound as wild as the 60. Like, both are wild to me. Let me know if I'm bugging though. But I'm going to leave it there. My name is Rain. Catch you on the flip side. RCP salute. Wait for it. Dab on him.